Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Good.
I hope you're doing well. So, my name is PERILYAN. My student identification number is 231202107. In this occasion, I'm about to do presentations about corpus linguistic. So, here's some points that I will talk today. The first is definition of corpus linguistic. The second is corpus and corpus types. The third is corpus analysis. The fourth is the importance of corpus linguistic, and then quiz time, and the last is summary. Okay, let's move to the first one, which is definition of corpus linguistic. I have some source about definition of corpus linguistic. The first is from the expert of University of Leeds. So corpus linguistic is a methodology that includes computer-based empirical analysis, both quantitative and qualitative, of language used by employing large and electronically available collection of naturally occurring spoken and written text, so-called corpora. And the next is from the expert from University of PERILYAN. Corpus linguistic is the study of language by means of naturally occurring language symbols. Analysis are usually carried out with specialized software programs on a computer. And the last is the expert from the University of Macerata. Corpus linguistic is computer-aided approach to the study of language based on the search for regularities in the word use. Not only that, I have one video, so I hope this video help you to understand what is corpus linguistic. And disclaimer, I think the audio on this video is not working well, so I hope the subtitle will help you.
Hey, Dr. Patini, what is corpus linguistics?
Well, the answer is very simple, and I'm going to quote my quote that our members of the university. So corpus linguistics is doing linguistics with corpus. So basically analyzing how language is used using a corpus, which is a large collection of text in a visual format. And when I talk about large collection, I'm making something and this text can be either written text, for example, articles, essays, or spoken texts that have been
Hey,
basically conversations with monologues that have been recorded and then transcribed, and they can be analyzed in terms of vocabulary, translations, and so on. And when we build a corpus, we try to put some criteria so that basically the resulting data set can be representative of a wider language variety. For or it can represent a specific language. So, for example, like students' essays to analyze the grammar.
Okay, that's all explanation about from Dr. Rosmi. So I have a main conclusion about definition of corpus linguistic. Here's the conclusion. So corpus linguistic is a study of language using a large collection of real-life text, or we call corpora, and computer software to plan patterns and analyze how language is used. Okay, that's about definition of corpus linguistics. Next, we jump to the another point, which is corpus. What is corpus? Corpus is a singular form of corpora. And what is corpora? Corpora is a collection of written text, especially the entire works of a particular author or the body of writing on a particular subject. So the keywords of the meaning of corpora is body, right? And what the function of corpus? Corpus allows researchers to identify linguistic patterns, discover trends, and draw conclusions about how language works in its natural context. And then let's move to the type of corpus. There are some types of corpus. The first is monolingual corpus. It is a single language corpus often used in obtain lexical, grammatical, and synthetic information about specific language. And then a bilingual corpus. It is a corpus containing text from two languages and enabling comparative analysis to study translation and language content. And then a parallel corpus. It is a corpus containing text and their translations useful for studying across linguistic differences and translation strategies. And then we have diachronic corpus. It is a corpus containing text from different time periods, facilitating the study of language change and a historical linguistic. And then we have spoken corpus. As a name, spoken corpus is a corpus of spoken language transcript providing insight into the structure and features of oral communication. And the last is written corpus. It is a corpus of written text allowing researchers to explore the characteristics and the patterns of written discourse across the genres and registers. Okay, that's about types of corpus. Let's move to the corpus analysis. There are some three corpus analysis. So the first is collocation. What is collocation? Collocation is the statistical tendency of words occurring together. It means that if one word is used, there is a high statistical probability that another word of series of words will follow. Collocation can also be used to help us understand specific words used in a phrase. And then we have frequency list. So corpus based on frequency list is a list of all the terms that appear in corpus. Even though frequency data cannot be used as the sole source in the information for learner when deciding which word to learn, prioritizing which words must be learned first will be good starting point. And the last is we have concordance. So concordance displays a list of how words and phrases appear in the context of specific text. Concordance can be used to define an example of specific words used in the text faster than searching in private text. An example of concordance when we use dictionary, right? To find words we have the display on the first page. And that's about corpus analysis. Let's we jump to the why corpus linguistic is important. So I have one video that talk about why corpus linguistic is important.
What are the most important words for language learners to know? If we could have a record of all the communication that takes place using one particular language, this question would be fairly simple to answer. The problem is that a record of all the communication done in one language is impossible to obtain. That's where corpus linguistics comes in. In corpus linguistics, we compile lots of text and lots of communication in a language in a specific area, for example, academic English or conversational English. Of course, this is just a collection of many texts rather than all of the texts or all of the communication that has ever happened in this sphere. And that's why it's important when we're compiling this corpus to make sure that the information that's in it is actually representative of the full population.
Not only that, there are some reasons why corpus linguistic is important. The first is for language study. Corpus linguistic provides a systematic and empirical approach to the study of language. And the second is for language teaching and learning. So corpus linguistic informs language teaching and learning by providing authentic examples of languages. The third is lexicography. So corpora or corpus linguistic are essential tools for the lexicographers in compiling dictionaries and other reference works. And then for language variation and change, so corpus linguistic allows researchers to investigate language variation and change over time, space, and social context. And then for natural language processing, or we call NLP, so corpora and corpus linguistic is indispensable sources for training and testing NLP system. And the last is discourse analysis. So corpora or corpus linguistic provide rich data for discourse analysis, allowing the researchers to examine how language is used to structure meaning and different contexts and social interaction. Okay, that's about the importance of corpus linguistic. And jump to the quiz time. So in this quiz session, I have make quiz-based quizzes. Mine will take your phone and I'm sorry. The first thing. Okay, here's the code. Can I start the quiz?
Yes.
Okay, I think some friends have trouble in the connection, so can I finish the quiz?
Yes.
Okay, let's start the quiz. I'm so sorry because I think I forgot to setting the quizzes like we know the winners, but give applause The quiz. And then in the last segment, which is summary. So I have some points in this presentation. The first point is definition of corpus linguistics. So corpus linguistics is study of language using a large collection of real-life text, or we call corpora, and computer software to find patterns and analyze how language is used. And the second point is there are some type of corpus. The first is monolingual corpus, bilingual corpus, parallel corpus, diachronic corpus, spoken corpus, and the last is writing corpus. And the third point is corpus analysis are divided into three. The first is collocation, frequency list, and concordance. And the last point is corpus linguistic is a vital for understanding language through the systematic analysis of large text collection, influencing language teaching, lexicography, studying language variation, aiding in natural language processing, and enabling resource analysis. I think that's all about my presentation. Thank you for your attention. I